Hey everybody, it's your boy TY of Stone Muscle, and today is going to be day one of no carbs because it's March 10th, 2021, and it's about to get warm outside, so you don't want to walk around with a big old stomach and big old gut. And at my age, 52 years old, definitely want to cut the carbohydrates down. So day one, this video right now is no carb day. We're going to do this for 30 days. And I'm going to show you guys what I'm eating, what I'm cooking, and we're just going to get on this journey to a flat stomach because the gyms aren't open right now. Or actually they are, but I don't feel real comfortable in a gym. So I would rather just do my push-ups at the house, walk for about 5, 10, 15 miles a week, and eat what I'm going to eat. So I'm going to show you right now. Today is going to be asparagus and salmon. So basically what I did was I went to the store and I got actually two things, or I guess you call them 2 ears or whatever, of asparagus. So I'm going to rinse these off, then I'm going to show you how I prepare my asparagus. All right. So let me see I'm just going to have to move this around a little bit and stuff like that so you guys can see what's going on. So I rinsed them off, and I'm actually going to put them in my pan here. Put them in my pan. Sometimes these things can be a little long, so what you want to do is you actually want to cut them up or snap them. Actually, when they snap, it's a good indication that they're fresh. So, alright, so snap these. I don't believe in throwing anything away. You know what I mean? I seen some guy on YouTube, he pretty much snapped them and then he threw away the remaining pieces. I actually think that the root and the stem actually has more nutrition than the actual top does. So I'm going to go ahead and cook them like that. Okay. Goya extra virgin olive oil, the best. A little expensive. Actually, it's really not, but the best. Then I usually spray a little Pam olive oil on top of them just to give them just a little bit more flavor or something like that. At least I think it does. I stopped using salt probably about maybe about a year ago. And I was working with this Mexican lady, very, very sweet woman, and she recommended that Himalayan salt was actually a lot better than regular salt. So ever since then, ever since she told me that about 2 years ago, I've been using Himalayan salt. So if you can, try to either switch from sea salt, Himalayan salt, but lay off the iodized salt, the Mortons and stuff like that, unless it's pink Himalayan or sea salt. All right. I don't have any fresh cracked peppers, so I'm just going to use one of these peppers that I got from the store. after I'm done with my experimentation with the Himalayan salt, there was actually a gentleman who worked at my job who recommended Korean, I think the South Korean salt. And it has a lot of benefits to it. You could actually put it in your water, mix it around a little bit, you know what I mean, to get a little taste to it, but you don't need much. But I recommend trying at least a tablespoon or half a teaspoon, maybe even a quarter of a teaspoon a day, just because of what he told me. He was about 75 years old, looked like he was maybe about 52, my age, full head of hair, well-spoken, didn't weigh any more than 145 pounds probably, just a really, really nice man. He recommended this to me, South Korean sea salt. So. This right here is salmon. I'm actually going to put this in the oven. Sprinkle a little sea salt on it. I'm sorry, pink Himalayan salt. And then I'm going to go ahead and put it in the oven with a little bit of pepper. So, like I said, we're going to go 30 days. This is day one of absolutely no carbohydrates. So when I woke up this morning, I had nothing. I think I had some peanuts and jalapeno peppers. That's my favorite snack. But I'm actually finding out that the fats in the peanuts actually can hold you over until you get home and make your no-carb meal of either chicken, fish, turkey, and some kind of vegetable. I'm going to go with the asparagus because I feel as though asparagus has more nutritional value. A little bit of oil on the pan. For that big mess. All right. Just rinsed it off a little bit. This is the salmon. Just rinsed it off. This is the one that actually has the skin on it. So, I think I got it from Nature's Promise. Nature's Promise is actually a natural, no additives, no preservative type of food out here in the Northeast Pennsylvania. So, very good. Back to the pink Himalayan sea salt. We're going to go with a little bit of butter on the salmon here. So I can't believe it's not butter. It's probably one of my go-to butters. I really don't really eat butter much, but this one right here, I've been eating for maybe about 5-6 years. So I can't believe it's not butter. I'm gonna just put that on top of the salmon, and then put it in the oven. I got the oven at 350 because I really don't believe in the 400s and stuff like that. Every time I cook something, it's always either on 350 or 300. I really don't do the 400, 425 and stuff like that because it just seems like it burns food. That's just me. So we're gonna put this in the oven. My kitchen is very small. This is my apartment in Northeast Pennsylvania, Bridgeport, right down the street from King of Prussia Mall. Very convenient for me. I come down here, you know what I mean, because I just seem to can't give up the Northeast, Philadelphia, Montgomery County life just yet. But I will be going back to Lancaster in a month, and I'll be showing you my videos from the Lancaster location in about a month or two. My good buddy is actually going to the Marines, and he's leaving in about a week. So we went out to Buffalo Wild Wings. It's probably reverse or whatever that's going to be on your camera, but Buffalo Wild Wings actually had some pretty good food. And I got, because I knew that I didn't want to eat any carbs or didn't want a cheeseburger with the bun and all that stuff, I actually got the chicken tenders with the French fries. I probably ate about 3 French fries or four or five French fries. But Buffalo Wild Wings is really good out here. The fried chicken tasted almost like grandma's fried chicken. Well, actually not that good, but it was pretty good. And just letting you guys know that Buffalo Wild Wings out here in the Northeast, Philadelphia, Montgomery County area, very, very good. As a matter of fact, shout out to my friend who's going into the Marines. I think he's leaving this Monday coming up. So like I said, it's March 10th, 2021. He'll be leaving that Monday, going to the Marines. Very good dude. Very good dude. Real good friend of mine. Now, what I like to do, just to give it a little bit more flavor, is to kind of like overcook my asparagus to give them like that blackened season and that blackened look, like they were cooked in the oven or something like that. I find that they give you just a better taste than just boiling them. Boiling them is boring. You just, because when you tend to boil, you're not going to have much of a flavor or much of a taste for them unless you put a whole bunch of butter and a whole bunch of salt and pepper on them. And in this case, the blackened overcookedness of the asparagus kind of like gives it its own flavor. But as you see, I put Himalayan salt on it with a little bit of pepper. So cook them in olive oil. We're going to like I said, I'll be cooking. I'm gonna have a video for 30 days showing you exactly what I eat, and you don't have to follow it. It's just something that I do, something that I'm going to do. I, People will say that they're going on a no carb diet, but then they'll come home and start eating macaroni and cheese or some kind of rice or something like that. I'm not going to do that. You know what I mean? I'm not going to cheat you guys. Whatever I say I'm going to do, I'm going to do. And then I'm going to put it on video. So for all you IG people, Instagrammers, don't lie. Tell them exactly what you're doing and how you're doing. Because there's people out there that's going to follow you. They're going to listen to you. And if you keep it real with them, they'll keep it real with you. So, just my little advice. All right. Like I said, if you look at my pan is full of the stems, the spears, the middle part. I'm not throwing anything away because I feel like that's just a waste of food. And I feel like the nutrition is actually in the stems. I mean, they're in the stems, they're in the heart, they're in the spears as well, but I'm going to keep it. I'm going to eat every piece. I'm going to eat every piece of these asparagus. Okay, so I'm going to cut this one off. I'm going to cut this video off. And then I'm going to have part 2 of the meal on a plate. And then I'll explain to you, you know what I mean, how it tastes. And so you'll be seeing my mouth full of food and explaining to you how good it is because I make good food. You know what I mean? I make everything I put on the stove, the oven, the grill. It's always going to be good because the goodness comes from within here. If you cook and just have that good natured thing about you, that your food feels it. I don't know, it's just real weird, but nobody else can cook these same things and have it taste the way I want it to taste unless I'm cooking it because I love food. And the food knows I love food. So I don't know how weird that sounds, but you get what I'm trying to say. This real big ass pan actually came in handy. When I bought it, I was like, man, this pan is the same size as, this pan is the size of my whole stove. But it actually came in handy because say you're cooking for a couple people and you want to put 1 or 2 steaks on it, 3 or even 3 steaks. That would be a perfect size. I just don't think that. I got small pans too, but this one right here is my favorite. Okay. So I'm going to clock this out at 20 minutes, and I will be back with you when the meal is done. Like I said, this is day 1 of no carbohydrates. So try to follow me. I'm going to be cooking everything in the morning, afternoon, and night, even if I eat like that, which I really don't. And I'll just be showing you what I'm going to be putting into this body for the springtime and summer coming up, so we can walk around looking, looking like we have a little bit of self-discipline about ourselves instead of walking around with a big old gut and stomach sticking out of your jacket, your shirts, or whatever it is. All right? So everybody stay tuned with me. Peace. Stone Muscle.